Hi everyone, so today I have Spellbinders' new collection called Mirror Arch to share with you. It's more of a BetterPress collection, I would say. Very pretty, really nice for like every day, all different occasions if you were to choose, some of the different sentiments that go with it, but the design on it is very, I think, universal. So, they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course, all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thank you for doing that if you would like. This collection has been open since the first for club members to purchase. If you are a club member since the first, you're able to shop any of the new collections that are coming out that month. But now it's available for everyone, including club kits from last month. So before, they would take a few months before they would actually release those, and now they're ready to go for anybody to just pick up if you just want to pick it up, right? But I do have the mirrored arches, layering dies, and maybe I should have put them on my little magnetic board I usually put them on, but you can see it is a ton of dies. I mean, this thing, it probably goes down by maybe quarter-inch increments, probably less than that. They're pretty snug. What's really great about this set, and I'll just keep placing them, is that they basically mirror this plate. This is the Mirrored Arch Nesting Sprigs, it's called. This is not just one big plate, you guys. You can do all these different colors because there are separate plates. So you have the outer, and then this guy, maybe you want to die cut, just around this one, or just around this one, or this one. And you have You Are the Best, and they have coordinating dies for each size, right? Let me get this guy going there. And then over here we have another larger one. This is called Mirrored Arch Blooms, and it has Cindy happy birthday wishes to my most amazing friend, and that is separate from the outer portion, but then the outer portion is just there. This doesn't cut away, like, with the plates, it's a plate, but if you want to pair it with a die later, you can cut that frame out, or you can just cut a matte layer, one of these guys to pop in here too, or however you want to use that, right? Let me get you a measurement on these though. Generally on this site, it gives you measurements for each plate or each die, or like even down to the smallest one. So if you're curious of those sizes, you can check that out. I'm pretty sure this is going to make you, a standard A2 size card. So it's just almost 5.5, a little bit less than that, and then a little bit over 4. So, matte layers to 4 1/4 by 5.5 perfectly. This one looks a little tighter, so let me see. Yeah, this one's like 5 1/4 by 4-ish. So again, you can pop it on whatever will accommodate that. There are some sentiments. This is the Mother's and Father's Day sentiments. So happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day, Mom, thanks for everything, Dad, you are the best. And you can do them all at once and cut them all at once, and I love that feature. So we will do that today, even if I use them or not on the project for today. And then there's an embossing folder, and I'm so sorry, I just grabbed the item here without knowing what it's called. But it isn't a large embossing folder, so it's 5 3/4 by 8 3/4, the actual plastic of it, but it covers something that would be 5.5 by 8.5. Having said that, this one does have the cut border, which we love. This is really fun. So this top portion is probably like a 5.5-inch square. Yeah, so it's about 5.5 inches. And then this bottom one, and you can see it has a really cool design. And this bottom one here is just a beautiful floral that comes in on the side or at the bottom or from the top or however you want to use it. And then if you want to cut that, you can also run it through. So you would run it through with the embossing. You can also cut and emboss at the same time. So you would just place this guy. It kind of has like a little groove there. If you can see, it's kind of holding it. Place that, run it all through, and it'll cut that edge for you while it does the 3D embossing of this gorgeous design. So just want to show you the set. And, today I'm just going to grab some paper and we'll try some of them out. I'll be right back. Okay, since we have these layering pieces and we have, our sentiments, we have these guys. I think I'll do is I'll use the new Meadow Collection, and, I love my pinks. So let's try to make something that has light pink, which is called light pink, watermelon pink, and berry pink in it. And we'll go from there. So it's looking a little Mother's Day, isn't it? Okay, I'll be right back. Make a card base right quick, but you know what? Let's do it this way. So this is A2 size 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it on the 8.5 side at 4 1/4, and so I'm going to make it so that it stands up. So it'll stand up anyway, all right, in the other direction, but just this way it looks like it's oriented this way. And by 5.5, and at the 5.5 we'll do a score line. Okay, and there's a nice card base. It's going to go like that, right? Well, it's a little slippy surface there, but there we go. And then I think I'm going to go lightest to darkest. So I'm going to use this light paper, and I'm going to go, actually I'm going to leave it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 right now, because what happens is if I want to trim it down after I do the BetterPress part of it, I will do that. So I'm going to just go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And, oh, what am I doing? What did I do here? 5 1/2, yeah, 4 1/4. Silly girl. I'm like, oh, that's, or we might just put this in the embossing folder. So we'll see. But that's my base piece. I'll be right back, guys. So I was kind of debating what I wanted to do. I just took this out to quickly measure what that might look like. So I was like, well, if I do the pink and then a matte layer of this, I think I'm just going to go with this on the pink, and then we'll mix and match some of these sets. So I'm going to take this guy and get ready for my die cutting machine. And I'm just going to pop this on here. Again, I try to, eyeball where this is, where I think it's like the straightest and most centered, Underneath here, I always have the 3 shims that the machine came with. So those 3 plastic shims are there. I'm going to take my little pink piece here, and of course, I'm just going to line it up here, something like that. But either way, this is just, from the cardstock pack there. So I believe it's about 85 pound cardstock, what it says there. And I'm going to put this on the very edge. I know it's not going to touch the very edge, but it's pretty close. So let's do that. And this one too. And I'm just going to ink this one up in black, but we'll play with some of the other colors with some other colors that I have. And this is the original black one that I had received. Doesn't even have a label. It was pre-production kind of thing, so that's pretty cool. But you can see it works just great. Let's see here. Beautiful design. And this does have like little fibers, so just make sure if they start picking up to get rid of those on the mat, but also if they're up on here for the most part. There we go. Oh, I don't even have my machine out ready. This does not touch the plate until it's ready. It'll squish down and touches the plate that way, so no worries there. Just run that guy through. And I mean, that is just gorgeous, intricate, perfect. I mean, beautiful. Love it. Okay, I'm going to clean up a little bit and I'll be right back. So then I said I wanted to go from lighter to darker in my areas here. So I want to take this guy, and I know I'm just leaving this kind of here so we can see what we have, and do some of these designs in there. And I want to see maybe this one. Yes, okay. So I'm going to run this one through the watermelon pink, and then this one through berry pink, and then we should be able to cut them out with some dies. So let me kind of get ready for that, and I'll be right back. So we'll have this guy with the darker color, and I'm just going to do them both at the same time, but I'll have to orient them in a way, and then I'll also place my paper so that that works out right on my plate there. And let's see, we have lots of fun new colors. I think, let me see this garnet, what that looks like. Again, I think it's kind of like pinky purple. Kind of, yeah, let's go with garnet for this one. Well, let me choose the colors first. So I'm going to do garnet on this one, and this one's going to be darker. Ooh, strawberry. I'll be right back. So I actually grabbed wild berry for this one and then garnet for that one. I think that'll be good. Also, before I can do that, let's get our papers where they need to be. So you can imagine if this was here. I need this to be at least at that midline right there. We want to make sure we have enough area around that to die cut also, so I just give myself a bigger piece. I haven't chosen which one I'm going to die cut with yet, so there. And then this guy, I'm giving myself enough die cut area. And we'll take this one. And that one's a little bit too much sticky stuff on that one. Let's get rid of some of that. Okay. So wild berry. And you can definitely ink this up on your surface. I'm just doing this right quick for you guys up here. So I'm having a little clickety-clacky there. Then garnet for this one. And I'll just pop it on here and run it through again. Cute. Ooh, I got real close on that one, so hopefully my die will be right about there. So there we go, with some like tone on tone. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. I'll just grab the sentiments. So I can put that guy away. And let's do, oh, Mom, thanks for everything. Actually, we can do all of them. That's right. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do all these in black ink, I think. So, you know, if you want to isolate some, it's pretty easy to kind of isolate them and do them different colors, but let's just go with black on all of them. Oh, this is so good. We can just do them all. Now I didn't move that, and for this one it actually doesn't matter if I moved it, but I am going to pop that back this way. And I just have this piece of cardstock I had, and should, if I center it there, it should be okay. And I'm just gonna hold that down and then run that through, and we'll be ready to go to start a little die cutting and putting our card together. And this was all, you know, not specialty paper or anything like that. This is just some heavyweight cardstock I had in my stash, and the other ones came from the Meadow Collection, and they look great. All right, I'll clean up and I'll be right back. Sorry, I washed my hands in the meantime. I don't want to wet anything. Hopefully they're dry enough. All right, we have that. And we have this guy. And you can just look right down there, and you're going to have 4 sentiments cut all at once. There you go. And again, whenever I tape these down, I try to tape them away from the actual inking or like foiling or whatever, just because it's a little more delicate and I don't want to end up pulling that away possibly, especially if you're using the porcelain, not porcelain, but the cotton papers that they have for BetterPress through Spellbinders. So I'm gonna run that guy through, and then we have these two. And if you have precision press, you can, or plates, you can definitely look through this and see where you're cutting. I'm gonna cut a little bit away from here and a little bit away from here to make it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then these guys. So I don't know which ones of these are the actual ones that would cut exactly or right close to it. It looks like that's the one for that one, if that's what you want. And that one's right on. I'm going to cut what I think might leave a little border. Like even this one, I think that one's right on, so maybe we do a little bit bigger. I don't know. Let me run this through like a scrap piece of paper to see what that looks like if I just go with this guy, you know, but I'll be right back. Yeah, so I'm just going to make a call design-wise. So I just ran it through a scrap of paper, and I can kind of remove this one and see where that's at. And it is right on the edges, so I'd rather not do that. So I'm going to go with the one a step up, which I believe is this guy, and run that through, and then also run this one through. And that one you can just eyeball because it has an edge around it that's big enough that you can see what you're doing. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run these guys through. It's so funny, guys. I told you I knew this was gonna be right on the edge, and look at that. All right. I just want to show you that. So we have that guy and this guy. And this little guy we'll remove from there. And then we'll have our sentiments that just fall out. So cool. And I will be right back. Okay guys, so we have our card base. We have this background piece, and then we're going to layer it with these guys. And then I was thinking, what if we went ahead and cut the next size one, like this one, from our light pink, and then ran it through the embossing folder just to get a little something, a little texture on there. So I'm going to take this little guy, I'm going to run it through to die cut it, but I'll be right back. Okay, and then I'm going to take that cutie and just put it through the embossing folder on this area. I'm going to go ahead and remove that, we're not going to need it right now. But just pop it in here and get some little designs on it. Oh my gosh, these are all so cute. I mean, it's just going to peek out the back a little bit. Maybe like here. And this is a 3D embossing folder, so you're going to want to run it through whatever your system needs for a 3D embossing folder. I'm going to use the universal plate system, so it's just the plate, you know, the platform, and then the adapter plate, and I'll be right back. So let's just see that. Yeah. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm telling you, Spellbinders, they knock it out of the park with their 3D embossing folders. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's get to putting stuff together. So again, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, that's my preference for a matte layer, but whatever you like, or leave the whole thing. Good to go. I'll pop this guy on here. Looks good. Excuse me. Looks good, and while I'm holding that down, I can just bring the next one and the next one. You can, you know, pop up your layers. I'm going to have my sentiment right down the center, so I'll probably pop that up. So I'm just going to keep everything pretty flat. Just going to hold that straight so I can see if this is pretty straight. That looks pretty good. You can definitely take the die, like I said, and put it on that pink paper, and it would have cut an aperture, like a hole out of the center there, so you can have it more like a frame. Be really pretty. Maybe have your sentiment tucked away in there. And this guy nestles right in. See how it has little lines? It's not really a line, it's just, well, I guess it is. That one just goes right in there, so that's nice. And then we have this guy, the next size down. Gorgeous. I figure if this is a Mother's Day card, we might as well dress it up, have all those different layers. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, the little flowers echoing kind of the what we have in the background there. Lovely. And Mom, thanks for everything. So this one is a little more delicate here, so I'm going to take my dimensional adhesive, but I might have to like cut little notches into it to make it work, and I'm probably going to take like a lower profile one. So this other one would be much easier. You just put some there and maybe there and across here, but this one, since it's kind of delicate on the M, I'll just take care with that. So what that means is I will put as many as I think I need here, but when I get over there I'll be more strategic about it. It's still pretty thick in certain areas, but like right here I might just cut a little bit off, you know, just so I can have a little something to help me out there. And I'll be right back. So I'm just going to line a couple of those spots. Okay, so I took the little backers off of all those. And we have these guys for another time. Oh, put your lid on your glue. Don't want that emptying, not emptying, but drying out. Okay. So, and then we take this little guy and, you know, maybe like here. And there it is, guys. So thanks for watching. Again, all the new collections for March are out now. If you're a club member, you still get 10% off. You could have been shopping it from the first. And I mentioned that because I know with the Simon Hurley stuff, those things just fly. And I know the stencil and embossing folder combo with the Tulip collection has already sold out. So, you know, and it just released literally 2 days ago. So definitely want to check those things out when you can. I will have the links in the description box for all the new collection, like just going to that section and then to this collection, the mirrored arches. And thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.